going on, everybody? So another fine day at MorFab and another fine day of the EVO 5 that threw up. So what we're going to do today, we're going to clean all this up, we're going to clean all that up, and we are going to finish putting as much of that together as we possibly can. So I'm going to set up a camera, we're going to do a time lapse. Let's clean the shop right now. So originally we were going to do a swap for swap on this, meaning that we were going to take an EVO 5 engine out, put an EVO 5 engine in, which would have been a piece of cake. It would have been done a week ago. However, we couldn't get that, as you guys know, you saw in Adam's video. So what we're having to deal with here is basically an EVO 8 engine that we're having to fit EVO 5 accessories on. And as the video goes on, you guys will see the issues that we ran into. We had the center timing cover didn't fit right, the water pump didn't fit right, the alternator bracket doesn't fit right, which was something we found out a little bit later on. Now, I've worked on several of these 4G63s, from the 1G Eclipse and Talons, 2G Eclipse and Talons, EVO 8s, EVO 9s, stuff like that. But I, as far as I know, and pretty much not too many other people, have done an actual EVO 8 long block with EVO 5 accessories. Everybody usually just swaps the complete EVO 8 motor into these things, and there's not a whole lot of them to begin with. So we're running into a little bit of problems here. Now UPS has a delay today, so we're now waiting on all the timing components and everything else. So it's definitely getting interesting. It's taking up a lot of time. I'm supposed to be moving right now, so yeah, we're hustling on this one, guys. All right, guys, so like I said, we're going to start putting this engine back together. And one of the unfortunate parts about doing an engine swap like this, whereas before we were just going to do an engine for engine from the yellow EVO, which would have basically meant unbolting the transmission, bolt the transmission back on, and we would have been good to go. What's happening now is we've got a bare long block, literally a bare long block. It's got nothing but pistons, rods, cams, cylinder head. That's it. There's nothing else. So what we're having to do, unfortunately, and this is taking a lot of extra time, is this engine here, the old blown up engine, we're having to rob all of the hardware off of it because we have literally no hardware for the new engine. So it all has to come off of this one. So we have to completely disassemble this entire engine just to get the hardware. So the rear main seal holder or bracket or housing is probably the better word. The rear main seal housing needed to be taken along with the bolts. And then we had to come over here and take the entire oil pan off, literally so we could get the oil pan bolts, the oil pickup tube bolts, the windage tray, the windage tray bolts, and all of that other stuff. And then we had to come to the front of the motor and take the oil pump housing off, get all the hardware off of that, all of the cam hardware, all the tensioner hardware, the dipstick, the flywheel, the clutch, everything. So everything has to come off of this engine in order for us to put anything on the new engine, because we literally, I mean, little stuff like this little hanger here, this little hook is not on the new engine, and we don't have that bolt. Same thing with the cam sensor. We have the cam sensor here, we have the hardware holding it on, but we don't have that for the new motor, so that's got to come off. So what we end up with is this giant table of several different pieces, both new and old. Timing covers, fuel rail, we have our brand new water pump, and then we have our old timing gears, our old cam gears, and all that stuff. So what we end up doing is we come over to the new motor. You can see we got it rolled over right now. So we've got the windage tray on, got the hardware for that. We got the new oil pickup on, got the hardware for that from the old motor. Oil filter housing, oil pump housing, all with hardware from the old motor. So guys, what this is doing now is, unfortunately, it legitimately takes double the time. So we disassemble one motor, reassemble another motor, all while cleaning everything in between. So it takes a little bit of time, but what we're going to do now is we're going to stick the oil pan on that engine, get it flipped back over. We're still waiting on some of the timing components to come in. Those should be here tomorrow. Once we get the timing components, we can actually time this motor, get it off the stand, pop in the rear main seal, put the flywheel and clutch on it, and then get it mated back to the transmission and back up in the car. So it's definitely a process. So I'll bring you guys back once we've got a little bit more done on this engine. I'll show you what we did. All right, everybody, I think we're done for tonight. I'm trying to get a good shot of this, but we got the two tensioner pulleys on, all the engine bracketry, the water pump, We still need to run the balance shaft main sprocket because it's a spacer for the actual timing belt sprocket. Oil pump housing is all on, cam gears are on, bracketry on the side of the motor, oil pan is done. Let's see, what do we got over here? Thermostat housing is back on. That's bolted up. We got one more bolt that goes in here that gets put on when the intake manifold goes on. We'll do that tomorrow. We got the rear main seal housing on. We'll put the rear main seal in when we get it off the stand. But let me show you what comes along with doing stuff like this. Now, this is an EVO 8 motor. EVO 8 block, EVO 8 front case, EVO 8 water pump, the whole nine. Well, pretty much the same, right? Well, not really. So the water pumps are quite a bit different. Thus, this guy right here is different. So we had to make a little bit of a modification right there and a little bit of modification right there, because what was happening was when you put this up in here, it's supposed to sit just like that, and all of those holes are supposed to line up. Well, they didn't, because this water pump is an EVO 8 and this is an EVO 5. So we modified this to fit the EVO 8 motor. Everything is golden. We don't have to order one. We are good to go. So I am actually going to call that for the night. We got the timing parts coming in tomorrow. This thing is literally almost ready to pull off the stand, and we'll get it timed up. All right, guys, sorry for the short video on that one. Really not a whole lot to film when it comes to putting that together. I guess I could have time-lapsed it, but I don't know. It's hard working around the camera, and being that we had to tear down the old motor just so that we could get all the bolts we need for the new motor, it was getting real frustrating. So I didn't feel like walking around the camera, moving the camera, doing all that happy stuff. That's where I really need a filmer. But we got it pretty much set. When the timing stuff comes in tomorrow morning, we'll be able to time the motor, get all the covers on it. We'll be able to get it off the stand, get the flywheel, rear main seal, clutch, all that stuff mounted. We'll get the transmission mounted back up to it, and we'll be able to slam it in the car. So we are making progress, guys. We're making huge progress. Everything is looking great. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're moving. We're moving up, guys. We're moving up. It's all because of you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Mad 4G63 doesn't like you.